Hello, welcome to the Foxhole feed, episode 35. Lots of news to go over today. Final Fantasy 15 new trailer. Oh my god, really awesome. Gets MGS 5 feels. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid 5, Quiet being added as a playable character. They're adding new maps for MGO. Dreamcast 2, possibly a thing. EA goes on talking about the closed beta Mirror's Edge and a whole bunch of other news stories, but not going to go into that just yet. Let's go into some community news. Now, yeah, we got a lot of things being added here. Craig's adding Brothers. He's playing through a playthrough of that. He's playing through Street Fighter 5. He's playing through with Laura and a whole bunch of other characters. I added some Fallout stuff, some main story, some side quest stuff, some glitches, and as you guys see, I'm playing Gravity Rush. So Gravity Rush Remaster came out, and I'm playing that and, doing a new series in terms of walkthroughs that focuses merely on just me walking through the game and conveying conceptually what the main idea of the game is about. So sometimes people, go and they see a game on PSN, or they hear lots of people talking about the game and they're not really sure what the fuck that game actually is. I've been through that. That's happened to me many times. And what I'm going to do is not necessarily a review. It's merely just a bare bones walkthrough to tell you this is what you do in this game. People might tell you they like this game. People might show you a trailer or whatever. This is what you really do in this game. Just so people get a good understanding of, if they buy the game, what they'll be doing as the main thing, the main repetitious thing that the game might do a lot. You'll get a good understanding of that. And I'll do that for most of the games that I play, I would say. Not to say that we will not feature walkthroughs or anything like that, but I would say we'll probably still continue to do that, as Craig has a lot that he's playing. I still have some that are planned for the future. But I would say maybe. That's a maybe. Other than that, let's get into some news. So, new trailer Final Fantasy 15 being shown. Very surprising. I really like what I'm seeing from the gameplay in regards of just diversity. I like that, they haven't continued to sort of show just the same thing running in a field. So now they're inside the Nephilim base, which is like their adversary dudes. And you see this big mech, Metal Gear looking thing walking around. Looks really badass. And yeah, I like it. I love everything I'm seeing. They're showing more soldier stuff. They're showing more military stuff. In most Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy 9, 12, most Final Fantasy games that talk about little military bases, or actually better yet, 5, Final Fantasy 6, more so 6 than 5, shows, some military presence. And most times they don't really go deep into it. It's just known that they have it. But here you are seeing the base. You're seeing them sort of interact and show that this is the might that these people have with these mechs. So just to go into gameplay stuff, I like the stealth kills that they're showing. Showing diversity into it. Now you guys see what I meant in terms of, it says it's got very Metal Gear. It definitely gets very Metal Gear in this actual gameplay walkthrough thing. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with the lighting. I'm seeing with the visual effects. Luminous Engine looks great. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of this. They even have an alert thing where now that everybody's spotted him, he starts fighting them. Getting more excited for more stuff that they're going to show from this game. I'm really loving the diversity. I'm liking that I won't just go through the game killing things in the fields, that I'm going to be going inside of their base. I'm going to be fighting mechs, and I'm going to, be beating soldiers up. They also, in this gameplay, they also show lots of the two people team combo things they have, and 3-person combo things they have. For me, looks somewhat difficult. I've had a difficult time doing them in the actual demo beta thing, but maybe they get simpler and I just have to play it a little more, I guess. But yeah, if you guys are interested in 15, this is showing off more game stuff, and it looks incredible. The lighting, the game looks out of this world incredible. It looks amazing in action, just seeing all this go on, as opposed to just seeing a trailer that's just showing you story stuff. You're getting a trailer that's like showing you lots of gameplay stuff, like an entire segment of some deep gameplay stuff in a setting we haven't seen before. It's not just a regular city. It's not just running in a field. It's them inside a big factory, industrial looking, dark with lights, all these lighting effects and all these particle effects, and it definitely is different enough to pique my interest. So Final Fantasy 15, looking forward to it. I know they have something big going on in March. March of this year, they have a big little festival thing going on. They actually might probably announce the release date. It's rumored that this game is actually going to be releasing in summer. So yeah, look out for it. So just when you thought it was over for Sega, apparently a group called Project Dream, basically a group of people, looks like investors, engineers, fans, get together, and they're trying to revive Sega's retro console, the Dreamcast, and they're trying to make a successor for it. So they've worked on some prototypes to show what a modern Sega console would look like. They've gotten over 27,000 petition signatures, and now they are talking with Sega about what they're working on, which is actually kind of cool. So basically there's an interview that's going to be up on Twinfinite, talking about their involvement, talking about the contract, talking about everything. Apparently Sega's seen this. One of the senior members of Sega, Sammy, have seen what they've had in terms of, I guess, stuff drawn up and stuff mocked up for Sega to do a console. They're stating that it all happens quickly. By the end of it, they finished chatting with them on the phone, and the team members, a message just say that to send what they've got through when they're ready, and he says they'll make sure they get to the right people. So what I'm reading here is they're saying that they haven't got a negative response from Sega. They said they could 100% say that it's been mildly inviting response. So they haven't got anything negative. They're not saying no. And it seems like, Sega is essentially wanting to see more of this. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if Sega should jump back into the console market, considering how they left. My thoughts on it are, if Sega is going to jump back in the console market, the most important thing that they need is third-party support. They need a platform that is easy to work with. It's not of difficult architecture. I don't even necessarily feel so in terms of power. They don't necessarily need a system that is, 16 gigs and all these other, teraflops, as much as they need a system that is easy to be ported on from PC, something that's easy to work with for third-party developers. That's probably one of the most important things. Last generation, with the PlayStation 3 having such a difficult architecture, I could guarantee you many games might have skipped that platform specifically because of that difficult architecture. It's one thing to make money, but when you have teams, a lot of people say, we'll get your team to learn how to work on the PlayStation 3. It costs more money. You're saying get your team to spend more time working on a platform that is, essentially, again, taking more time to develop something on. So it's going to cost more money. Those people don't work for free. So, so that's what hurt the last Dreamcast and hurt the GameCube. And it's, what's hurting the Wii U right now has been lack of third party because of having a difficult architecture, and it hurt PlayStation 3 last generation. Now, so some amazing titles came out last generation. It's clear Sony could have did better. It's clear one of their biggest things that was difficult, and one of their biggest hurdles, in my personal opinion, has been having a difficult architecture to work with, something that developers did not like, and I assure you they probably lost many, many games that probably otherwise would have been on there due to that. Consider what Valve stated regarding the PlayStation 3. Gabe Newell outright said that, they should start over again. That's what he stated. Of course, he was just speaking very outlandishly. He later goes on to, have apologized about the whole remarks, and even has Portal 2 have Steam Works and Steam support for Portal 2, and then Counter-Strike Go released on there. So he apologized over that. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 never released on that platform due to probably that exact reason, cost. Unless someone else is going to pay the cost, It doesn't make any sense. So that's the situation that Sega's looking at right now, is having a console that's very easy to develop for. This opens up the market for PC, developers who are open, they're working on an open source platform. Of course, they want more platforms to port their games to. Look at PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's getting a boatload of PC titles simply because those developers who work on PC have no ode to anyone. They work on an open platform. Nobody owns those guys. So they want to make as much money as they can on many platforms. And the biggest way I see Sega making it in this market today, make a system that is easy to develop, and you have an easy way of getting third party to help themselves in. Your controller needs to be simple. Your infrastructure needs to have the same things every other infrastructure has, stable network, friends list, messaging, etc. And they probably could do fine. I don't believe that exclusives sell platforms, so I don't necessarily believe Sega's stable of titles will solely sell the platform. I actually just believe price, easeability of use in terms of developers might sell the platform even better than exclusives, because typically speaking, that's what's selling both of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One right now are third-party games. Some of the best-selling games right now are third-party games, not exclusives. So Sega could do fine if they seek the route of favoring third parties. I think they will be okay, but this is speaking too soon. I actually don't think Sega will go ahead and do this. This is just speaking if they did. But we could dream, can't we? So retail listings of games might necessarily be the one place to find leaks. Now, this has been notorious for finding many leaks of many games. And one of them has been Phantom Dust. Now, Phantom Dust last year, notorious for not necessarily being canceled, but the team essentially no longer existing. So Microsoft last year got rid of the team. They completely just, canned that team and, pulled them from a project that was Phantom Dust. Now, to my understanding, they're still looking for a team for this game, meaning the game's not really canceled, but it also doesn't really have a team. We don't know. I don't know if I could say canceled. I don't know. It's in the strangest loop, I could say. It's saying that the publisher still wants to make the game, but they also don't have a team that's currently making the game at all. They completely scrapped whatever they're doing, meaning that we're back at square one. Yeah, I don't know. So no one really knows what's going on with this game right now in some sort of strange limbo. But it has been listed on Amazon UK. So we don't really know what to make of this. It's listed on the UK, meaning it's a thing, sort of, kinda. And so, I don't know. Some part of me doesn't want to hold my breath on this, but then again, Microsoft could have got another team, and they could have started working on it last year. And they might have got another team in favor of working on it. They probably got another team last year, and they might be unveiling it at this year's E3. Who knows? They'll show the reboot of the reboot this time. Ignore it. It wouldn't be the first time a game has gone through some strange limbo, switch developers, and something else happened. To my understanding, if I remember correctly, when THQ was originally supposed to do, I want to say it was called True Crime Streets of Hong Kong. I don't recall. We are going to quickly look this up. But when they were going to do True Crimes Streets of Hong Kong, we're just going to call it that because we don't remember what the fuck it was supposed to be called. But when they were supposed to do it, they went out of business. A whole bunch of limbo happened with this game. We're talking about just bizarre limbo. So Square ends up taking over this game, changing the name, and this game was originally supposed to be something completely different. So its development was like complete development hell in regards to everything that was going over. So Activision was supposed to do it, and then like all these other teams were supposed to do it, and it was a okay, what I'm reading here, people, is originally it was supposed to be Activision that did the game, and it was supposed to be True Crime Hong Kong. Wow, I didn't even know it was that long ago. So this is all the way in 2009 that this whole crazy business basically happened. So intellectual property, so THQ ends up going under. United Fronts ends up cuts their staff, but they were amazingly able to continue the actual work of the game because of Square. So Square Enix comes in and they end up taking care of the whole thing. They get the publishing rights to the game, but they don't buy the IP to the game. But because they get the publishing rights to the game, they merely just change the name and just say, fuck it. If we're not going to get, the IP in order to say, all the other information regarding the game, or even though True Crimes, technically speaking, doesn't have that much IP stuff that's involved with it that even matters. Consider that all the other True Crimes games are just about different people anyway. So they rename it Sleeping Dogs, and the rest is history. So many people have to understand that this is not the first time a game has went through some sort of like bizarre development hell and switched a bunch of teams or publishers or switched all these different things that happen. It's not the first time this has happened. So I don't think it's gonna hurt this game that much. So, new trailer for Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which is a prequel to the very first Mirror's Edge. Yeah, trailer is called I Am Faith. Trailer released not too long ago. Looks really runnery. Lots of runner shit going on. So it looks amazing, as as always. It looks really great. Frostbite 3 looks jaw-droppingly fucking amazing. It looks amazing. So but Frostbite 3 always looks really good. So showing some story stuff in regards to the characters that you're going to meet, showing some cool engine stuff. And I'm excited for this, as I really liked the first Mirror's Edge. Underrated game last generation. I know it's lots of people's favorite, one of their favorite games that released last gen. Sucks it never really got a sequel, as DICE was sort of, nailed down with their Battlefield series. So I like to see this getting some love. Hopefully that team could split off and make this into a 3-part thing this generation. That would be nice. So trailer is not much to write home about. Just, prequel stuff about Faith. Lots of stuff to highlight. Most of the stuff to highlight is really just graphical stuff. It's good looking. But everything running on Frostbite 3 looks really amazing. So what am I going to say about this that hasn't already been said about the engine? Going to other news regarding Mirror's Edge Catalyst is beta is going to be coming out. Yay. So this game is going to be coming out for PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, May 24th. Beta is going to be coming out before then, clearly, and it's going to require a persistent internet connection, but I think that's merely because what they're, testing out with the beta in terms of it being closed beta is likely just the trial runs. I know there's the race stuff and the run stuff that you have inside of Mirror's Edge, which they show like a little ghost thing, and you have to chase whatever your ghost is or to get a certain time or something. So I think that might be the thing that they're going to trial run. So yeah, it's going to be coming out fairly soon. Closed beta is going to be happening. I'll leave a link for the closed beta below for anybody who wants to sign up and help themselves, but I'm actually pretty sure that they might give it out as like a pre-order thing if you're getting the game day one. So we're at that time of year where I'm starting telling you guys about a whole bunch of shit that's going down soon. Now, GDC, it's going to be this year, March 14th. It's going to end on the 18th, which is my birthday, by the way. Oh, yay. So, yeah, Insomniac Games is going to be at GDC. They're going to have a crap load of keynotes that they're going to be talking about. Now, they're going to be discussing Xbox One and PlayStation 4's GPU optimization. They're going to be talking about VR, AI in terms of artificial intelligence, its studio's culture, how they started, etc. Now, the lead engineer is going to talk about clearly optimization stuff, and he's talking about engineering things. Ted Price, CEO, and I believe one of their HRs are going to talk about their collaborative nature in terms of what they do, talking about their culture. So a lot of their members are just talking about whatever they do. So we got a senior core engineer who will also talk about other, technical things in terms of game design. So it seems like it's going to be an interesting keynote to watch through. GDCs are always pretty interesting. If you guys can get a chance to, stream or watch them, Google it. Check it out. I know Twitch and YouTube and a bunch of other places will probably likely be streaming it. It might get, extremely nerdy in regards to them talking about technical stuff, but there's lots of things to take away from it if you are interested in gaming and want to know about the people that make your games. I urge anybody who's even slightly interested in game development to take a look at it so you know the people who are making your games. So yeah, it's been a pretty meaty episode. Not a lot of huge news. Looks like a lot of people might be saving. They might be holding their stuff, their best, close to their chest. And yeah, next couple days we got some more gameplay stuff coming up with Fallout. Got lots of Street Fighter beta stuff that Craig's posting up. And we have, yeah, we're posting a new series for our walkthrough stuff. Yeah, I almost completely forgot about that. I'm going to be posting a Gravity Rush walkthrough, just talking about it so you guys can see the game you see behind you right here. You're very much going to hear me talking over it and basically explaining all the gameplay stuff that goes with it. It's just a little short way to convey what the game actually is. So yeah, it's been an episode of Foxhole Feed, and yeah, that's game.